welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, no more time for scenics on Biscayne Boulevard. It's time for the action.
And I've seen it so many times, and I've witnessed it. The scenic view can sometimes get the best of you. Let's see if that's the case tonight.
Time to go inside the greatest club in the NBA. Opening tip won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami. Deep left corner, Butler to Oladipo, fires the three, and Victor Oladipo, wide open look. He cashes in for three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Ah, the monster stuff.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Lowry. They'll go to Butler, down low to Lowry. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Philadelphia with the basketball. Layup goes down. Well done.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Butler into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Lowry. Screen coming. Lowry. Runner here won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Kyle Lowry, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Hey, switch, I got it.
To P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket inside.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Oladipo.
Hey, double screen.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Count the basket at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Butler. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Got it from the line. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Oh, big finish at the rim.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Butler to bring it up. Down 2. To Lowry. Oladipo matched up with Harden. Tucker. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Butler. Shot from the lane won't go. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Goes to the right side. James Harden. James Harden. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Oladipo. He made his first effort, but not that time. Harden with the basketball. His team up by 7. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Time to shuffle things up. Butler to Lowry. Butler to Oladipo. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Kyle Lowry sends it away. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. To Oladipo. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Embiid. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Another shot won't go either. Another shot stays out. Butler into the front court. Right now, down 7. To Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To P.J. Tucker, 4-3. P.J. Tucker is going to get 3 shots here. A career 74% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. makes the second.
For the Heat, number 14.
3 for 3. Nice. Butler to bring it up. They find themselves down 10.
NBA Season 102023 Game 15. Games and highlights will be coming up next on GOATS International Sports Showdown 2023.
Can get your team going in the right direction.
Joel Embiid. 3 for 4. Good start.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Shot from in close, no good. To Millsap. Tucker to Millsap. Wayne Dedmon swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Butler. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Millsap, tough matchup against Butler. Paul Millsap. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 on the shot clock. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
On the drive, it's Harden, but a shot no good. Another follow, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Embiid from long range. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Butler against Tucker. Tucker with the rebound. Embiid to Harden.
2 minutes.
To Butler. Oladipo matched up with Harden. P.J. Tucker able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden.
The NBA Season 102023 Game 15 matchup is now live streaming on GOATS International Sports Showdown 2023.
Good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Miami's got it. Butler to Oladipo. Screen coming. Oh, he had him there for a second. Paul Millsap pins it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Paul Millsap. Butler. Now a steal by Philly. To P.J. Tucker. Victor Oladipo rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Butler. To Oladipo. Fires the three. And Victor Oladipo. Quick catch and shoot that time for three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Lets it fly from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Victor Oladipo. That's good D. Shot no good. Tucker powers it through.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Butler into the front court. Trailing by 11. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Victor Oladipo. Snatching it out of the air. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete, and the 76ers have to be feeling good.
Game 1-5 Philadelphia 76ers 1-1-3 Miami Heat 8-4.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Sixers have the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Embiid. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. For 3, not getting the bounce. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles.
Tucker guarded by Jimmy Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Haslam defended by Tucker. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Time for some new personnel into the game. To Waiters. Count the bucket for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Tucker. Miami with the basketball. To Waiters. No, I missed a short one there. Big finish at the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Tucker. Bam Adebayo sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Tucker. Fires the three. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Lowry into the front court. 9-point margin. Steps through and scores.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? Joel Embiid. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Oladipo. Won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. To P.J. Tucker. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Easy path to the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
He'd have the basketball. Lowry to Waiters. Lowry to Oladipo. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Joel Embiid. He's now 5 for 6.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Waiters to Lowry. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Nice finish at the rim.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Lowry with it. His guys trail by 13. To Oladipo. No good, and no foul.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Lowry. Cleared out by Embiid. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. To Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. No good. James Harden. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Joel Embiid tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Substitution being made in this one. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Lowry to Oladipo. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Gets it in the left corner. Harden. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Ball's controlled by Lowry.
I got him. Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
To Oladipo. Oh, had him going there for a second. Missed the wide open look.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Harden. Deep two there. Won't go. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Embiid lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ryan Anderson. Harden's on him. To Oladipo. Montrezl Harrell with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Knocks down the first. Second and 3, no good. And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his second personal foul. The 76ers now hold the penalty.
Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's rebounded by Embiid.
The NBA Season 102023 Game 1-5 matchups will be coming up next.
Down to 5 on the 24. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Butler. Rebound cleared by Philly. And a throwdown. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
The assist from number 31.
Sixers control it. Probing the defense. Surveys the floor. Deep left corner. Harden. He engulfed him that time. Butler to bring it up. His guys should be able to get the final shot. From long range, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Heat have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Miami Heat are in a situation where if I was the coach of the team, I'd hope they'd be insulted by the way they gave up points in the paint. Going into the second half, these guys really need to have some pride and be more assertive around the basket defensively. These troubles started right away, and they also need to go away right away. They've also got to have to figure it out.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Embiid to Harden. And the basket good at the rim.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash and a putback slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Lowry to Butler. Has a chance and scores on the step back.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Butler. Not that time. Tucker to Embiid. Pass stolen by Miami.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Tucker to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Waiters. They'll go to Butler down low and stuffs it home. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Harden. Goaltending.
3 points.
It's the Heat with the possession. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Bam Adebayo at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 72%. First one, count it.
Number 4, Victor Oladipo.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Baseline drive. And the finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. Off the assist.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys down big. Joel Embiid with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Tucker powers it through.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Miami's got it. Butler to Lowry. They'll go to Butler, down low. Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
They'll go to Butler, down low. Dwayne Dedmon with the two.
Which way do you want it, Ed? Lefty, righty, he can finish with either.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Butler to Oladipo. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Victor Oladipo. Seconds to shoot. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions. Miami.
Embiid. Pass stolen by Miami. Runner here won't go. Another follow, still no good. Another follow, stays out. It was right there.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. A couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
He connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. He gets it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Fires the three. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Butler. the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
From the painted area, won't go down. Terrific vision. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Nice pass to get things going.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Jimmy Butler sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Dion Waiters. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Sixers have the basketball. Embiid. And counted at the rim.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Butler. Millsap. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Butler. And count the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for Miami, number 4, Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo swats it. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. For 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that end.
And breaks it up. Miami with the basketball to Butler. Offensive board. Paul Millsap able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Butler to bring it up. Looking to make something happen.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Wide open look, won't go. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Butler. Fine to shoot. Butler can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul Millsap pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. Especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To Embiid. You've got to get that one to go. Shot from in close, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and a great start for the 76ers. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably had to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ballgame, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Jimmy Butler for two. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Nice pass to set things up.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Cleans it up. Paul Millsap. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Harden. Beyond the arc for three. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Gotta be.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Knocked loose. And he finishes at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To P.J. Tucker. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Oladipo. Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Butler for 2. And Millsap there to get the rebound. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He'd have the basketball. Oladipo against Harden. Paul Millsap rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. To Harden. Pass stolen by Miami. To Butler. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Harden. The Heat have the rebound. To Oladipo. Paul Millsap snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Goes to the right side. Harden. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Has a look. Tucker with a shot that won't go. To Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Tucker. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Mike Scott sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
He throws it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark at the line. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. It's a second. One more coming.
Coming right back to you.
Knocks down all three at the line. It's the Heat with the possession. Paul Millsap tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Paul Millsap. Oladipo. To Butler. Deep right corner. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Paul Millsap with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Tucker. Gets it in the right corner. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. Well contested.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest?
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air.
Oh. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Butler to Lowry. 4-3. And Kyle Lowry, no one in his postal code, hits the three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Kyle Lowry, huge block. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. Mike Scott with the block. Oladipo gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
These breakdowns happen because a team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
To Lowry. Butler. Nice pass to set things up. Turns and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oladipo into the front court. Down a bundle. So Lowry. Oladipo. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. From long range.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Tucker. Fires the 3. Rebound comes to Miami. Lowry into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Oladipo to Butler. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Paul Millsap. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
He's so good down low. This 4-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of them.
To Butler. Oladipo. To Butler. Down to 5 on the 24. And Jimmy Butler. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oladipo into the front court. Down by 15. Lowry to Oladipo. Butler to Lowry. Victor Oladipo knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Victor Oladipo with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Oh, he can't connect. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Paul Millsap. Now the Heat going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Oladipo to Lowry. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Paul Millsap. He's now 4 for 6.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Joel Embiid sends it away. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game. Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots. Sixers control it. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a 3-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And he can't convert the free throw. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. The Sixers are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Heat are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track.
Game 1-5 Golden State Warriors 1-1-0 Memphis Grizzlies 1-3-1 final.
Shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Game 1-5 Brooklyn Nets 1-1-3 Milwaukee Bucks 1-1-8 final.
Number 2. Number 1.
Game 1-5 Utah Jazz 1-3-1 Orlando Magic 2-4 final.
Here's a look at the upcoming games. The Miami Heat. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Game 1-5 Houston Rockets 1-2-5 Indiana Pacers 1-3-4 final.